I can't decide whether this is funny or it's just pathetic, but I'll share it anyway. I made it through the day of going to the house to meet the other agent who showed the house. I put the lockbox on. I got a couple of other things kind of set up. I need to bring a few more things over there, and that part of it is going well. Tomorrow is the open house. I have to stop at the office first to get some, sign-in sheet and some data sheets about the house and all of that, but I'll get that done. And I'm hoping it goes well. I really am planning to have them sign in and walk themselves around the house, and we'll take from there. I came home and picked up the mail from the mailbox, and there were two things from Medicare, Medicaid in there, and I have decided, since I ran into that problem months ago on the weekend when I couldn't do anything to resolve it, that I was not looking at anything important on the weekend. So I decided not to look at it. You know what that's like? It's like deciding not to look at the elephant that's in the middle of the room, and you have to look around it or look above it or look below it, and it's still there. It's pink and it's right in the middle of the room. So I finally thought, I have a way of dealing with it. This way I don't have to look at it in case it's going to scam me, but let me see if I can reach somebody at customer service at Medicare to find out what it is. It said open by addressee only, and it mentions, I saw some print through the thing, something about checking with your book, and I thought, oh my God, there's something they're not paying. There's something that, and it said something about filing not a claim, a dispute, and I'm thinking, if they do not pay for something, I can't take any more of this peripheral stuff, because it's hard enough dealing with the stuff I have to deal with on a daily basis. So I called and I got to talk to somebody, and I figured the best way I can handle this on a Saturday is let me talk to somebody in claims and just ask her to check my recent claims and just make sure the claims have been paid, that there's no problem with anything. And I said, there can't be a problem with payment because it comes right out of my Social Security check, and I knew that couldn't be the issue. Well, once again, I got somebody very kind. I really think that they're being sent to me to make it just a little bit easier, but my stomach was knotting up, and my stomach feels lousy to begin with. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm going to be getting, you should pardon the expression, old lady prune juice. So if you take it and you're an older woman or you're an older man, ignore what I just said, but it's my recollection from when my brother was a counselor in an, as he called it, an old people's camp when he was a late teenager. And he used to talk about the fact that they would line up for their prune juice and whatever. So I had that image in my mind, and I said, okay, I have to get myself some prune juice. The joys of going through all of this. The nausea drives me crazy because nothing tastes normal, nothing. All the foods that I absolutely love, I don't absolutely love. I find that I respond better to tart things than anything, any of the normal tastes. The tart, especially like if I have the fish in a lemon sauce, that little bit of lemon in it seems to help. Sheila had sent me the tummy drops, keep tummies happy. And I actually did take 1 or 2 of those, and it did help some, but I can't be popping them every 5 minutes. And I need to be able to function on some level. At this rate, I think I'm losing at least a pound a week, and that's probably not such a great thing, because I know I'm going to lose weight after surgery. And I just, you know, while I wanted to be slim and svelte, I didn't want to be skinny and gnarly and, you know, looking even older than I do. So anyway, to make a long story short, I was on with this lovely lady from somewhere in the South from Medicare. Her name was Tammy. And she kept looking things up, and everything looked like it was getting paid and nothing was denied. And then, there were things that she said, well, the patient may owe this, the patient may owe that. And I said, oh, that's okay, because that's just the stuff that then the supplemental insurance picks up. So then she started telling me about herself and about her mother, that her mother died at 52 and she's coming up on 52 and she's getting nervous. And I said to her, just make sure when you are old enough to have Medicare that you get a good supplemental insurance. Remember this, because it's important, and you just never know when you're going to get sick. I have never had surgery in my life. I have never, well, I mean, I've had some things, but nothing long-term, nothing really devastating. So this was kind of a shock. Thank God for the insurance. Thank God. I mean, my younger brother, who was very concerned from the start that I would be in financial ruin from this, I, told him not to worry. I was already in financial ruin, so it had little to do with this. But he was very concerned about whether they would pay for all this fancy Memorial Sloan Kettering stuff and whatever. But apparently, thank you God, it's doing it, and I have good coverage. So, long story short, I finally decided, well, I spoke to Linda after I spoke to the woman, and everything was being paid on that. So I spoke to Linda after that, and she said, oh, I got a couple of things in the mail like that, and I threw them out. She said they turned out to be a scam. I said, a scam? I said, it's very official looking envelope. She said, no, a scam. So I said, oh, then maybe I'll open it while you're on the phone. So I go and open it, and shows you how much I pay attention to these things on a normal basis. They were the statements telling me about all the claims and what had been paid and what had gone toward my deductible in the beginning of the year and all of that. And I'm looking at it, and I said, I would have had myself worked into a dither for the whole weekend. And I think the truth of it is, I don't normally overreact to that, anything like that. It's funny because the guy that I spoke to yesterday, I think it was, the one who was dealing with my other insurance issue with my Bistolic, I said, what is Bistolic for? And I said, it's for high blood pressure. He said to me, you don't sound like somebody with high blood pressure. I said, catches you. I said, it's just one of those things. So I'm not typically, I'm very, you know me by now, I'm typically low-key. I'm typically, I kind of pragmatic in most things, except my little idiosyncrasies, as we all are. And he said to me, now wait a minute, why did I bring that up? It's one of those senior moments. Oh, but I find that I'm on a very short tether right now, and anything that seems out of the ordinary is just too stressful for me. I feel like I can't take one more thing. I have too much on my plate. I want to get some of this off my plate. But I'm always afraid to wish for the surgery to be over because I don't know what that's going to bring. So I'm wishing that the surgery is over only if it makes it better. Only if they get it, and only if I come out of it, Jerry, better. At least on the road to getting better. I know it's going to take time. It's going to be a scary, stressful time, and I won't think about it. I need to take it a little bit at a time, because if I start worrying about every other aspect of it, the financial thing especially, because, people still want to get paid. They don't care. So I try to tell myself, just stay cool. Just don't let yourself get upset. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I love this color. What do you think? I really love this color. I took this out of my bin with clothing from last year, so it's just, a little knit top, and it's such a pretty green. It really is. It's not an emerald green, but it is a jewel green. It's like a milky emerald green, if there was such a thing. Although I guess there is, because emeralds now are really quite disgusting with all those inclusions. Emeralds, when I was a kid, were the most magnificent stone, but I haven't seen anything like that in many a moon. Many, many, many. Since my days at Sotheby's, when I saw some of those incredible jewelry auctions. And you saw some very impressive pieces from people's collections who really had very expensive things. On that note, I am done. I think it's hilarious. Now you can see the makeup better. This, again, was that YSL palette, and it stayed on pretty well all day. And I think it still makes me look, yeah, this is what it was. And it still makes me look less sickly. And I definitely vote for that. And I just love the color. Hello. I just got it all over my hand. I love the color. As I started to say, I really just love the colors in this. I think they're such pretty colors. And it was easier to use this time. It didn't take as much work. So that was all good. I really enjoyed using it. There was one other thing I wanted to tell you. And what the heck was it? For the life of me, I do not recall. I'm losing it. Definitely losing it. I have got to start working on my skincare again. I've lost a lot of ground. I'm starting to get those pooches again that I haven't had for a long time. The Clarins really took it away. I have not been using it lately. I'm not focused on that stuff. Probably should be, but I'm not. And I really want to get back to it because it still stayed good for quite a while until all of a sudden it did not, and it's starting to come back. I had to do a little bit of a fill-in with the lighter color of the Shape Tape today, and I wound up not doing my regular highlight today, and I definitely missed that. So on that note, folks, I don't know why I want to do it again. I don't know how to do that. In any case, I will see you soon. Saturdays seem to be hard for me. I think I'm fine. Friday when it was over, I really thought I was doing pretty well. Catches up with me. There's one day when my body just goes sploch, and I just am not able to do a whole heck of a lot. So I am trying very hard to let it be and to give me some direction and just to go with the flow wherever the flow happens to take me. So that's it, guys. I will probably see you tomorrow, and I love you a lot. Take care. I remember what the last thing was. Remember that little gizmo I got? The thing that sticks on the desk or sticks on the dashboard for the phone to do the videos. I'm using it right now on my desk. It works great. It really works great. That thing is good. It was very inexpensive, and I like it a lot. I'll see if I can find a link to it in case anybody's interested, but it was something that worked out well. Sometimes you buy those things and you think they're going to be good and they turn out not to be. This is good. It's really good. Okay, I need a way to defrizz my hair, so if anybody can think of an easy way to do it, let me know. Lately it's frizzy all the time. When I wash it, it used to just calm down and look good, but I feel like a frizz ball. That's it. That's my story.